Hiya. My name's John Davis, and I'm the next potential MP for Wales, or if a significant party resonates with anything that I have to say and feel that I fit with your prospective parties' values, qualities, or systems, please come forward. I'm quite open. However, this I'm doing for the public, and this I'm doing for families, and this I'm doing to recreate a brand new economic and social structure that I think will be a potential foundation and straitjacket for many, many years, and a legacy that our children's children will be able to take forward into the future. Mark, I think you've done a fantastic job campaigning for your 20-mile-an-hour roads, and the proposals that you've put in for that, I think they're very important and very significant, not only just to the safety of pedestrians, but also to the safety of all road users. But I also recognise that that too has its own issues with reduced speeds, and I understand too how that might reflect on people's emotions to accept your new proposals and to accept a slower pace of lifestyle. And I can understand how that might make people feel angry or anxious and create a problem more significantly dangerous to road users and pedestrians. So, road rage is a bit of an issue, and I know that we can't please everybody, but we can make a society that's more free, that moves us away from these certain human patterns, which can cause a number of issues. We have only been out of tribal warfare, and I wouldn't even say we're out of tribal warfare, but we have created some sort of stable society in some respects. The UK is a very significant landmark in the world, and very important to the marketplace. We are geopolitically, geologically, one of the most significant countries in the world, and we are one of the most powerful armies with a history that goes back to kings and queens of the past. We're a country of conquering or being conquered in many different respects, but upon everything we've learned something new, and we've been able to adapt to a brand new lifestyle and a brand new way of life. So we're a country of war, primarily. We're a country of Vikings. We sailed the sea. We had one of the best navies in the world, and still to this day is one of the best navies in the world, and probably one of the best armies. We're a caring country, a country to understand the significance of people's health, and a country that created an NHS to support the people who had health conditions. And that is all down not only to Imran Bevenue, but as he was the one to deliver it, then I pay my respects to him. But I think overall, it's not just him. We have to thank the doctors and the nurses and other healthcare professionals that helped to deliver that. We have to thank all the other MPs and the other professionals and the other people of knowledge that was able to deliver such a significant piece of history and put it into a social structure that has lasted the test of time. We are a country of law. We are a country of law and order. And in history, we went through a lot of battles up until the day that the Magna Carta was established on the 15th of June 1215. And it was the most significant pieces of law literature in the whole entire world. And it was in fact the basis of what the American Declaration of Independence, and it was exactly the foundation that was inspired from. We were a country that managed to build an entire new continent of civilization based on the backs of criminals that we sent over to Australia when we didn't have the room to fit them into our own prisons. We are a country that is spread far and wide across the whole globe. We're a country of significant inventions and a country of significant social structures. The inventions that we use on a regular basis on the day-to-day lives started a long time ago. And over the years we've built up, and while not necessarily being the ones that established the very inventions, be the ones that established any kind of patency towards the inventions that were created, we were nevertheless the inventors and the discoverers and the creators of very significant things that run our lives today. We created powered flight. We created the guillotine, probably one of our not so necessarily civil inventions, but nevertheless still an invention which could basically have a significant role in any society but not used for the purposes that it was used. We were, believe it or not, the inventors of the light bulb, the telephone, the radio, the motor car, jet propulsion, photography. We were the inventors of the submarine that shocked the Americans when they tried to come over and invade our country. Little did they know that we'd already had that intelligence and we'd already had them things. We were the inventors of most outdoor ball games, outdoor games such as cricket and football, and alongside that we were inventors of the lawnmower. We were inventors of the telescope. The first significant people that were able to see into the stars, into the space above our heads. We were the inventors of the very useful and very important toothbrush. We created the tin can, the torpedo, the thermo flask, inspired by none other than a cup of tea, because throughout history the British have always enjoyed a good cup of tea. And that has been the purpose of most civil disputes or conversations. It's a place where we can socialise, share opinions, share ideas, and share our opposition. We are the inventors of stainless steel, a significant material that goes into nearly every single structure in our main modern day society. We were the inventors of the chocolate bar. Prior to the chocolate bar, we had, for the higher class, it was liquid chocolate, like a hot chocolate. We were the inventors of the very safety products of fire extinguisher. And more relevant, we were the very inventors of the steam train and the railways, which is why we are covered the country with these lines. Getting back onto topic though, we were also the inventors of cat's eyes, and we were the major influence in the Roman times to build the first roads. So back to roads, as again I'd like to state that I want to thank Mark Drakeford for making these significant proposals and getting them into practice slowly. But like I said to you, I do pose an opposition, and a very good opposition to that proposal as well. Every day's a learning day for me on the road, whether that be a regular user or in my professional capacity as a bus driver. I started off significantly within the road on a motorcycle, being one of the most vulnerable road users on the road. And during that time, I picked up an awful lot of experience in terms of my awareness of hazard perception, and to be able to give me the time to get to know most of the basics on the road. I then moved to a car, and eventually, after a good 3 to 5 years, I now find myself in a professional capacity of driving road buses, serving communities, serving the people of each communities and serving the constituents. I listen and I overhear conversations, and I get a real good understanding of how our constituents and how our people of the UK feel about certain policies and certain social structures that are in place today. I've worked as a security guard for the best part of 10 years. That was working within the private sector for the public safety. I had a role to protect the most vulnerable adults in society, especially when they're under the influence of alcohol and sometimes even under the influence of drugs, peer pressure, and people from all walks of life. People from a younger generation to an older generation. And most people, I can tell you, they're actually quite friendly, and they're all dealing with the same social structure as each other. And this significantly has a role in everybody's feelings, and I want to create a new system, or adapt the same system that we're using today to free up the roads, to make our districts more safer and more freely travelable, simply by nationalising the public services, nationalising the public transport services. We'll be able to free up our districts. We'll be able to take a lot of pressure off our citizens, and we'll be able to move around more freely and be able to get to work and this, that and the other. We'll reduce the use of the road, and we'll reduce our greenhouse gases by simply nationalising the bus service and freeing up the amount of accessibility to those services. I also want to reduce the amount of stress and strain on most bus drivers, and I want to make it a more fairer, sustainable job role. They're probably, as bus drivers, they're probably very, very highly respectable people, and I appreciate everybody that works in public transport protecting their customers and also keeping them safe on the roads, getting them home safe at night time, and providing an absolutely wonderful service. So we've got a lot of things to talk about, but in a nutshell, like I say, I want to free up the roads. I want to nationalise the bus services, public services, making places more free, making places more safer, and reducing congestion on the roads and reducing our greenhouse gases. So, Mark, I want to thank you again for kicking such a significant very difficult, significant idea off, and putting them proposals in and getting them accepted and passed. I think that's going to be very beneficial to everyone. So if you wish to come forward to myself and have a conversation, I'm more than happy to sit with you and debate with it over a brew, over a cup of tea. If anybody else has any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. If you have your oppositions to it, I'm more than happy to hear them out. Every seed needs a bit of soil, so please, if you're going to put soil on me, at least provide the soil with some water so I can keep growing my tree. And I look forward to hearing from constituents. I look forward to hearing from Mark Drakeford himself or any other political party that so wish to have a significant debate with myself or over certain values that I've expressed today. But if you choose to come along with me, any political party, if you choose to come along with me, if you choose to bring me into your party and think that I could provide a significant role to your qualities, to your ideals, I'll hear you out. If not, I'm quite happy to stand independently, and I'm quite happy to stand independently for the constituents, for the people and for the citizens of the United Kingdom, because ultimately they're the people that matter, the families, the kids, the communities. People's ideas, people's thoughts, that's what matters the most. We're all trying to achieve something, and it really doesn't have to be at the expense of anybody else. Everybody has a part to play in making a significant community of collective of people in order to create a social system that'll work for many, many years to come. Take care, guys. Take care of your families. Take care of your communities. and more importantly, right now, today, take care of yourselves. It's hard out there. You've got problems with your gas, your electric bills, your rent, your council tax, your car rates, your water rates, your fuel rates, your food rates. You're safe, don't worry. We're all going through it, and I'm just trying to put myself forward to try and make some significant changes for everyone. Because I don't like to see people going without, particularly little children. So we're going to work on this together if you wish to. If you have any opposition, I'm more than happy to debate them. Just, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and take care of your communities. And I hope to see you on the other side. I hope to make some significant changes for every single citizen of the UK. I want to upkeep such a compassionate country that is able to provide assistance to other war-torn countries and people fleeing for their lives from other beneficial or unbeneficial countries. Take care.